I keep telling you, who is pedo?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
And I'm telling you, who is pedo?
Now, what is pedo?
No, what is national security?
I don't care about national security.
No, I don't care is running the FBI.
The FBI? What happened to the cover-up?
That's handled by I don't know.
Then who's doing the cover-up?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. The DOJ is dripping out all of the Epstein documents, and we are learning quite a bit. They've already released quite a few photos of Bill Clinton in compromising position with a bunch of young girls in hot tubs, potentially naked on the beach. Whew, baby. Donald Trump saying that the Democrats are going to learn that this is going to be the biggest backfire in political history. And now we're learning that Jeffrey Epstein was, without question, a Intel agent or a Mossad agent for sure. Just one of many examples of that is a passport. He had what looks like to be hundreds of different passports, and many of them under names that were not his, and domiciles that were not his, right? So here it says that he is a resident of Saudi Arabia and that his name is Marius Robert Fortellini. Look at that. So it's like Jeffrey Epstein going on, being presented to the Austrian authorities as a foreigner who lives in Saudi Arabia and maybe like Italian. He has dozens of these. I don't know if he has hundreds, but he has dozens of these. How many people have dozens of passports without their real names? The dude was a spy. It's become plainly obvious. And then when you realize that he was a spy and that he was working maybe for Mossad, I mean, he did have a bunch of IDF shirts, right? Maybe our own intel agencies, you have to assume the CIA, because it was, operating Little St. James right off of America. The CIA is a clandestine organization. They want to run ops in foreign countries. They could do that in the British Virgin Islands, right off the coast of the United States of America. Were they working with Jeffrey Epstein? You have to assume they were. That's all but confirmed now. But ladies and gentlemen, the mystery still stands. Who has the power to kill someone in the federal penitentiary system, right? To turn off the cameras and to commit murder. This is, of course, why the Jeffrey Epstein case is so famous. Why we're even having this moment right now is because obviously the way that he died was as mysterious as the way that he lived. The missing minute in Jeffrey Epstein's jail security video revealed in document dump. House committee releases video, and you could see that they didn't release the full video. I mean, again, everybody's seen this garbage footage. You could see that it was clipped, that it was potentially edited. You couldn't actually see the entryway to his cell block, and Jeffrey Epstein's death remains a mystery. Epstein document dump blows huge hole in Pam Bondi's missing minute theory. Pressure mounts for Trump to disclose the truth. Well, then the House passed an order to force them to reveal the truth, and got some weird stuff here, man. I mean, even Fox News here is saying that, like, Pam Bondi's explanation doesn't make any sense. Fox News Digital combined two clips of the latest release Tuesday night showing there was indeed no lapse in the footage, contradicting Pam Bondi's previous explanation that the footage is deleted every single night. Many people were like just left scratching their heads saying the explanation of the footage inside of the prison makes absolutely no sense. And it certainly doesn't lead to the conclusions that like a Dan Bongino had here in this famous Fox clip where he says,
he killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
Okay, but like we haven't seen the whole file, and there's nothing conclusively that says that he killed himself has ever been released until now. Interesting. Check this out. This is footage that was released with the Jeffrey Epstein files by the DOJ. And this went thermonuclear viral in my timeline yesterday as people say, wait a second, the DOJ actually has footage inside of his cell of him killing himself. Well, this is kind of what we've been waiting for. Is this what Dan Bongino was talking about? That there's actual legitimate footage of him every second in his cell showing nobody entered, nobody exited, that Jeffrey Epstein did somehow manage to strangle himself to death so successfully that he broke his own neck bones, something that is virtually impossible. But he led a mysterious life. And so maybe this is just one of the great mysteries, how he was able to do this. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the footage that was released yesterday, and everyone was shocked that it was in the official DOJ release. It then got quickly deleted and got quickly bricked out on the Epstein release data, right? That was quick, right? You could see it got like completely. The new video of Epstein attempting suicide has been blocked by the DOJ website, right? Everyone's saying, oh, they released it on accident. The link didn't work. Okay, what was this exactly? Well, turns out that this is actually not footage of the inside of the cell. And I would have been very thankful, frankly, to have had that kind of demonstrable evidence of what actually happened in the cell. DOJ releases shocking fake video of Jeffrey Epstein's suicide as part of document dumps. This is a fake video. You can see right here that it was uploaded to YouTube about 5 years ago. So this is it right here. It's like this is like a computer generated, right? So it's not actually real footage at all. It just is sort of a pretty low quality computer rendering of the act of what perhaps this user thought was what a suicide attempt would look like for Jeffrey Epstein. But nobody understands like exactly why the DOJ would have this file and why they would release it. The DOJ on Monday released shocking footage that appeared to be a recreation of Jeffrey Epstein's suicide in his Manhattan jail. It briefly set the internet on fire. It was revealed to be fake. The video was posted without explanation in the Justice Department website with footage found in the latest item of the trove of documents that had been released via the order from the House of Representatives. The grainy 12-second computer-generated clip, white-haired man in an orange jumpsuit struggling to jerk his head around, effectively trying to kill himself. People thought this was legitimate. It isn't. Timestamp on the video, 2 hours before the pedophile's body was found in the cell. The scene on the video seemed to match Epstein's cell, where officials determined that he hanged himself while awaiting a trial for a litany of sex trafficking charges. So again, why would the mystery here is why would the DOJ release it? Why would they do this? Still doesn't make any sense. So why does, I mean, here are real photos of Jeffrey Epstein's cell. It does kind of mirror it. But as always, as we've asked regularly here, why are there so many linens in Jeffrey Epstein's cell? There's so many pill bottles. Why does he have so much stuff in this cell? Isn't he on suicide watch? What the hell's going on here? Nothing about this makes sense, and it's unclear why it was included in the DOJ files. Strange. You can see here that it can no longer be found in the DOJ files. Page not found. Okay. People are making fun of it, right? Posting it, like making videos like this. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's Hillary. Oh, no. They finally got her. And it really makes you wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump sounding off yesterday on this, saying, it's backfiring on Democrats. I don't like it, but it's backfiring on Democrats, and Bill Clinton's a total creep. Fact check true. Here you go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Were you surprised by the number of photos of Bill Clinton in the Epstein files? And can you commit to their full...
what?
And were you surprised by the number of photos of Bill Clinton in the Epstein files? And can you commit to their full release by the end of the year? Some of the victims were protesting that too many of them were redacted.
I know there are a lot of people that are angry about all of the pictures of other people, but I think it's terrible. Look, I don't like I like Bill Clinton. I've always gotten along with Bill Clinton. I've been nice to him. He's been nice to me. We've always gotten along. Respect him. I hate to see photos come out of him, but this is what the Democrats, mostly Democrats, and a couple of bad Republicans are asking for. So they're giving their photos of me too. Everybody was friendly with this guy, either friendly or not friendly, but he was around. He was all over Palm Beach and other places. The head of Harvard was his best friend, Larry Summers. And Bill Clinton was a friend of his, but everybody was. I actually threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. And as a person that was in Mar-a-Lago, I threw him out. Mar-a-Lago, this is Mar-a-Lago. It's the hottest place I think it's the hottest place in the world, but it's the hottest place in Florida. And everybody would come here. He'd come here. We actually threw him out. But no, I don't like the pictures of Bill Clinton being shown. I don't like the pictures of other people being shown. I think it's a terrible thing. I think Bill Clinton's a big boy. He can handle it. But you probably have pictures being exposed of other people that innocently met Jeffrey Epstein years ago, many years ago, and they're, highly respected bankers and lawyers and others.